Hey everybody, it's Alana from Truly Great Life, and it feels strange to even say those words, truly great life, given that life as we know it has been completely shifted. In case you are not aware, there is a war going on in Israel right now. It has started on Saturday, on Shabbat, which was also Simchat Torah, which is the festival of when we finish reading from the Torah, the Bible, the 5 books of Moses, as you may know them, and start again to complete a cycle. And I have family in Israel. I have lived in Israel for 10 years of my life, and I have dear friends in Israel. And anyone who has been in Israel or knows someone from there, or any Jew that they may be friends with, or if you're Jewish or know Jewish people, this is something that is unprecedented, and it is something that is extraordinarily difficult. And there is a lot out there being shown and being shared, which is heavy, understandably, incredibly disturbing, incredibly difficult. There is an evil unleashed on civilians, on innocents, that has not been seen before. And you can unlike my page and unfollow at any time if you have any problem with anything I'm saying. Because if you do not understand, as I've tried to convey in the videos for the last 26 videos, that we all as human beings share these characteristics that I've been talking about and sharing, and how do we inch our way towards happier days. If you do not see someone as human, and many people are showing their support for the Jewish people and for Israel, and unfortunately there are those who are not. And unfortunately this is a lesson or a situation that has happened time and time again for the Jewish people and for Israel over millennia. And you would think we would have learned whatever there is to learn, and apparently if anyone feels that Hamas wants the Jews and the Israelis to live life, I invite you to look at their charter, and I invite you to look at their videos. Actually, don't look at their... You will not unsee things. You cannot unsee things. And the question, this is a war on the ground, and this is a war in our hearts, and this is a war in our spirits, and this is revealing the decent from the indecent. And I would hope that if you are following me on this page, that you are on the side of the decent. And I do not qualify that with an ethnicity or a religion. Are you a decent human being? And for me, and for many, that starts with, can you give someone life? The opposite of the word live is evil, and what we are seeing is evil on a scale that has not been seen in many of our lifetimes. So we can all, there are many ways to move forward, to continue. The question is, there are many ways to fight. There are those who are going over to Israel. There are those who are supporting financially. I have heard from many Christian friends who I thank that their entire churches are praying right now for Israel. And let's just put aside any disagreements or different opinions on what this time might be or may not be, or why people are supporting. I think that any support for Israel in any fashion, for whatever reason, I will take support, and I will take prayers, and we will take support, love, and prayers. So if you're someone who is responding negatively to what I'm saying, I invite you to pause and to look inside and to ask yourself what it is you are triggered by in seeing people and seeing a country and a people do whatever they can to rescue innocence, to help innocence. So there is much that it will be revealed. Whether or not there was, a lot of mistakes made that led to this is secondary to the fact that there are thousands of human beings right now in the most intense spot in the world. If you've ever been to Israel or spent time in Israel, you know what I mean. It is an intense place, even in the best of times. It is spiritually an intense place. And right now things are incredibly difficult. So I appeal to all decent people in the world who love life, who love children, who love innocence, who believe they stand for goodness and truth. This is beyond Israel's, the equivalent of 9/11 or Pearl Harbor. This is a different level. This is something else. So when we talk about empathy and feeling empathy for other people, one of those ways is to imagine if it was you or your family or your loved ones, to put yourself in someone else's shoes. And I challenge you, if you cannot put yourself in someone else's shoes in Israel right now, if you cannot imagine what that feels like, what that is, what is being experienced, how can you call yourself an empathetic person? Selective empathy. Okay. So I'm taking a break, obviously, from this 30 ways to happy days, because there's been a shift and I don't know where it's going. And I know that very difficult decisions are being made and very difficult things are being done. But as I record this, I have spoken to several friends in Israel who have gone multiple times to bomb shelters, who still haven't heard from their friends and their family, who know they have family in Gaza right now. The horrors are beyond description, and my point in this video is not to share any horrors, but to share hope and to share strength, and to ask, if you've been following along with the videos up till now, what character strength can you use to support Israel right now? Right now, and this is the hardest thing that I've ever done publicly, I'm recording about this, so I'm using bravery. A lot of us in the Jewish community right now are going to have to lean pretty hard on bravery because there's a lot of ugliness being shown. So how can you, if you're not Jewish, not Israeli, use bravery, and you can go back to the video on bravery, I can't believe I'm even discussing this, to show bravery and use bravery in order to show support? How can you use your strength of love How can you use your strength of love? How can you use your strength of perseverance? Because God help us, literally. The Jewish people and Israel are going to persevere because we don't have a choice. For those who don't know, Israel is landlocked, and not by people who are opening borders. The only way out is by wings, and I'm not referring to the wings of eagles. It's airplanes. It's a problem. How can you show love? How can you show perseverance? Because what you are going to witness, because there is no choice. So wherever you're living, do you know any Jews? Do you know any Jewish people? Do you have Jewish neighbors? Jewish friends? Have you reached out to them? Right? We're talking about kindness now. Can you use your strength of kindness? You don't have to know what to say. Sometimes I find, unfortunately, I've been through not as bad as this, not as life-changing as this, but other situations when things were going on specifically with Israel or with the Jewish community. People don't know what to say, so they don't reach out. People need to hear that you have our back, that you stand with us, that you support us. And if you cannot do that, ask yourself why. And ask yourself, where are you getting your information from? And what limiting beliefs do you possibly have about Israel? And what limiting beliefs do you possibly have about the Jewish people? Can you look at yourself? I ask for those of you who have faith, whatever that faith is, to continue to hold in your prayers room for the entire nation of Israel and the entire Jewish people, because there are things happening outside of Israel now to the Jewish people. And we need support spiritually, and we need support practically. And please support those of your leaders who are supporting, and we are grateful. And I am grateful if you've watched all this way. And one of the things we can do, because there's a lot of despair, incredible sadness and grief, never mind trauma, I would caution anyone, I would recommend anybody who thinks words are violence to reconsider before they make a statement like that right now. Because what we are experiencing is real violence. And can words lead to that? Yes. So let's use words of kindness and love. And if you cannot speak words of love and support and kindness and goodwill and hope and support, I ask you to not speak. I ask you to consider your words to your Jewish neighbors and to your Jewish friends and to your Israeli neighbors and your Israeli friends. Because that's the decent thing to do right now when we are under such incredible attack and violation. So, I want to end this recording with a poem/prayer that I wrote 20 years ago, way before I had my own coming to God moment. And I invite you all to consider, if you do not have formal prayer or you do not have formal religion, to come up with your own prayer, your own words from your heart to whatever it is you believe, for ultimate revealed good in this situation and comfort for all of the mourners of Zion, which is the entire Jewish nation at this point. To the Creator, I humbly ask to grant, bestow, bless my family, my friends, my community, people of Israel, good people of the world, good health, patience, and calm mind, peaceful intent and action, happy long life, hearts filled with love and compassion, wisdom, and good deeds to bring about the everlasting era of shalom, which means peace, throughout the earth. And let us say, Amen. May it be so. Thanks for watching.